minasan, konnichiwa, jamu desu, and welcome to Hikari Japanese online class. So in our previous lessons, we already discussed on how to write the hiragana alphabet from chart 1, 2, and 3. And now, we will going to learn the rules in writing and reading the hiragana. Okay, are you ready? Ja, hajimemashou. Hiragana are composed of vowels like a, I, U, E, and O. And next, this is consonant and the vowel K and A, which makes ka. Okay, plus K plus Y plus A is equals to kya. Okay, so the Japanese language is based on 5 vowel sound, which is a, I, U, E, and O. All spoken sounds are derived from these 5 vowels. They are used alone or attached to either a consonant, okay, like K and A, so that becomes ka, or a consonant plus the semi-vowel Y, like K plus Y plus A is equal to kya. The exemption to this is a special mora N, which is not followed by vowels. Okay, so note that a mora is a unit of sound in Japanese. Okay, here's the first rule in long vowel sound. Okay, a long vowel is pronounced twice as long as the ordinary vowels of a, I, U, E, O. So, if you count the length of the vowel a as 1, the length of double a is counted as 2. So, this means a is 1 mora long, where a is 2 moras long. Okay? So, how to write the long vowels in hiragana? Okay, number 1, the long vowels of a line is represented by adding a. Okay, so here as you can see in Romaji style, so a is there's an upper line for that. So this you can usually see it in mostly in Japanese to English dictionary. Okay, so here's an example in the long vowel. Okasa. Okasa. Okay, okasa means mother. So this is how you're gonna write in hiragana. Number 2, the long vowels of E line is represented by adding E. For example, Oni-san, Oni-san. Oni-san means older brother. Next, the long vowels of U line. U is representing by adding U. So, for example, Yugata. Yugata means early evening. So this is how you write it in hiragana. Next, number 4. The long vowels of E line. E is represented by adding E in the words of Japanese origin, like one-san, one-san. One-san means older sister. Okay, and remember, and E in the words of Chinese origin, said, say. Okay, so that means teacher. Okay, number 5, the long vowels of O line. So O is represented by adding U. Okay, again, the long vowels of O line is represented by adding U. Okay, for example, sayonara, sayonara. Okay? In some words, it is traditionally written in O. Okay? For example, the word oki, oki. Oki means big. Oki means big. Okay? To remember, whether a vowel is long or not can change the meaning of the word. Okay? Again, whether a vowel is long or not, it can change the meaning of the word. Just like these examples.
おばあさん、おばあさん、おばさん、おばさん。おじいさん、おじいさん、おじさん、おじさん。勇気、勇気、雪、雪。え、え、え、え。通る、通る、取る、取る。
Okay, so now you can see how different it is when you pronounce it. So it gives different meaning when you mispronounce it. So it is really important to remember how to use this long vowel. Okay? Okay, so now let's proceed to the double consonant. Okay? Double consonant is represented by chisai tsu. Okay, as I said, chisai means small and tsu for hiragana character tsu. Okay, so this is called chisai tsu. Okay, this is copying its following consonants. So when we say double consonants, it could be KK, SS, PP, or double T. Are represented by small t. Okay? A small t indicates a one-syllable pause. So the mouth prepares for the pronunciation of the next syllable. Just like these examples.
ぶっか。一歳、一歳。一杯、一杯。ちょっと待ってください。ちょっと待ってください。
Okay, do you get it? Okay, so next one is G and Z. Okay, these are usually written in this form, G and Z. But in few cases, they are traditionally written in G and Z. Okay, so now let's go for the example how to use this G and Z. Okay, for example, G show, G show. Okay, this means dictionary. Okay, G show means dictionary. Okay, so this is how you're gonna write it in hiragana. G show. G show. Okay, but if you write it like this one, using this G, okay, and show, so actually this is wrong. Okay, so remember that although they have the same reading or the same pronunciation, this has different functions and meaning. Okay, so like in this example number 1, G show, and this the other one, G show. Okay, although they sounds the same, but the second one example, okay, has no meaning. Okay, it has no meaning, or it could be said as wrong spelling also. Okay, so you can't use this kind of G in the G show. Okay, next one is goji. goji. Okay, goji is the same use as the G for this one. Sheet like with teng teng. So if you use the other G for that, it's still wrong. Okay? So it's not applicable even though they have the same reading. Okay, next example for the Z. Cheese. Cheese. So this is the correct spelling, or this is how you correctly write the hiragana, and the other one is the wrong one. So you can't use the Z for the mouth. Okay? Next one is mizu. Mizu. Mizu is water. So this is the correct hiragana words for that. And if you read or if you write like this, so it's still wrong. Okay? So as I said, you can use this traditionally only. Like, for example, tsuzukeru. Tsuzukeru means continue. So this one. Okay? So like I said, although they said, just like the other or the upper example, so if you put the normal zu, so it's still wrong. Okay? So next up is chijimaru. Chijimaru. Chijimaru means to shorten. Okay, just the same. Okay, occasionally or traditionally, this is used. Okay? And you can't use the other G for that one. So you just be very careful in G and Z. Okay? So you can't use neither of them. So you just use the right spelling of the word. Okay, next up, number 4 is particle wa. This is written in ha, not wa. For example, kyou wa doyobi desu. Kyou wa doyobi desu. Okay, so although it's ha, like we all know in the alphabet, but actually as a particle, this is read as wa. Okay? Kyou wa doyobi desu. Next, number 5. Particle o. O is written in this form and not in the o as in the vowel. For example, sori o misite kudasai. Sori o misite kudasai. Okay, so that is read as o. Okay, next up is particle e. Is written in he. Okay, not e in the vowel, but e as like he. Okay, for example, doko e ikimasu ka? Doko e ikimasu ka? Okay, next is the pronunciation of N. Okay, so N never appears in the beginning of a word in Japanese. It constitutes one mora, and for easier pronunciation, the way it is said changes according to the sounds that comes after it. Okay, again, the way it is said changes according to the sound that comes after it. For example, it is pronounced N before the sounds in ta, da, ra, sa, and na rows. Again, it is pronounced N before the sounds in ta, da, ra, sa, and na rows. For example, hantai, hantai. Okay, hantai means opposite. Next, sensei, sensei. Okay, sensei means teacher. And last, minna. Minna. Minna means everyone. Okay, so that is how you're gonna use this as an N sounds. Next up is this hiragana N is pronounced M before the sounds in ba, pa, and ma rows. Okay, again, it is pronounced M before the sounds in ba, pa, and ma rows. For example, shimbun, shimbun. Shimbun means newspaper. Next, impetsu, impetsu. Impetsu means pencil. And last, unmei, unmei. Unmei means destiny. Okay? And here's the last rule for the N sound. It is pronounced or ng before the sounds in ka and ga rows. Again, it is pronounced or ng before the sounds in ka and ga rows. For example, tenki, tenki. Tenki means weather. Next, bunka, bunka. Bunka means culture. Okay? So that is how you gonna pronounce N in different ways. So as I said, it changes according to the sounds that comes after it. Okay? And next is number 8, the particles. So Japanese particles are called joshi or tinyoha. Okay? Japanese particles are also called joshi or tinyoha. It is suffixes or short words in Japanese grammar that immediately follow the modified noun, verb, adjective, or sentence. So their grammatical range can indicate various meanings and functions such as speaker effect and assertiveness. So here's an example for these particles like wa, ni, mo, de, o, ga, ka, and etc. So I hope you learned the rules and writing the hiragana now. So that's all for today, and hope to see you again next time. Goodbye.